the Pacific Northwest as we get set for football at Lumen Field here in the SoDo district of Seattle.
Tonight we start Week 5 with a primetime matchup between the Los Angeles Rams and the Seattle Seahawks.
And we will not see a run back on the opening kickoff. This will be a touchback.
So out come the Seahawks now for their first possession.
Leading him out in his 10th NFL season now from Texas A&M, Ryan Tannehill.
And one of the things that has really impressed me about Ryan Tannehill has been his perseverance. Early in his career, didn't have the success that he desired. Had some injuries that slowed his development, but he kept working at his craft, and now he's a guy that I think you can put a game on his shoulders.
On first down, it's Tannehill. He gets it left side to Johnson. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So as you said, you shrink the playbook, pick out the plays that work best for you. You know what else you're looking for? Who are the freshest guys coming off of the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. And just play number 3 here on the opening drive, and it's an early 3rd and 1. Here's Tannehill. And there is Amari Cooper, his first catch.
And he is going to have a Seahawks first down as they're able to convert by plenty there on 3rd and 1.
That throw's not going to get them a whole lot, but that really didn't matter, did it? They got what they needed on that throw. Picked up the first down, and I'm going cliche here. Game of inches, partner.
Absolutely. Well, and you talked to me a lot about opening drives, how key those are to set the tone. You kept the drive alive. 3rd down conversion here is big. A check on the numbers for Chubb from a week ago. 17 carries, 81 yards, and a touchdown.
And now that he's playing a Thursday night game, short week, you know he spent a lot of time in the trainer's room in the cold tub trying to get his legs back for this game.
Meanwhile, Tannehill's throw into the hands of Henry here.
And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds.
And that last throw moves him past 27,989 yards for his career, so that means he moves ahead of the blonde bomber, Terry Bradshaw, on the all-time list.
And boy, he loved to throw it downfield, didn't he? That's why he was the blonde bomber. Remember, he'd throw it downfield to John Stallworth and Lynn Swann. It was gorgeous. Big throws, big plays. Terry Bradshaw.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, it's nothing but room to run.
So the first down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12. Now Tannehill. Throw left side complete. That's Henry. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
I don't think it's a surprise they're throwing the football early. We expected that. They told us they were going to come out firing, but 4 for 4 on the opening drive. They like that.
They don't just like it, they love it, because now everyone gets locked in. Your confidence jumps up. Everyone's easy about what they're doing out there. And by the way,
and he'll take this into the end zone. Now hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about.
And yes, they want the points, so they will decline the penalty. No question there.
You don't think they spent a couple seconds mulling over what the penalty
would do for them? I don't even know why they asked the sideline.
Not at all. When you put the ball in the end zone on a takeaway, take the points and keep moving.
Parkey adds the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. So that one, an 8-play drive. It spans 75 yards. And it all culminates with a Seattle score. Now after the score, it's Parkey on to kick it away.
Jakeem Grant now to return. And he'll be out of bounds across the 25. So out come the Rams now for their first possession. They'll be led, of course, by their second-year quarterback from LSU, Joe Burrow.
And this is a game for grit, determination, and somehow finding a way not to panic. What a horrible start for them. I mean, they haven't won a game yet. So now, as a quarterback, you're not just talking to your team. You've got to demonstrate to them what they need to do to win. He's got to be the leader by how he plays.
No gain there on the completion, 2nd and 10.
Well, this defense for the Seahawks, they had certainly had their struggles to start the season, but they put it all together in getting that first victory a week ago.
Yeah, and what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got all their assignments down, and they're playing with extreme confidence.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Burrow. And that is incomplete.
Well, you know, this club, there were some reports earlier in the week, and most have heard this by now, the so-called unnamed sources that were saying all is not rosy in that locker room. There's whispers that one or two guys, CD, have kind of had enough of how things are going and have been going. How would you handle that as a coach?
Well, you and I both know all the coaches that we've dealt with and come in contact with. They'd love to get their hands on those unnamed sources, wouldn't they? But they know that that's not possible. So I think they've got to go in there and make sure that this isn't a distraction. They also know that once the grumbling starts, it becomes a slippery slope, and it's hard to stop the fall. But I think you need to sit some guys down and say, hey, look, we're still hoping to be a playoff team this year. We need you guys to be bought in with what we're doing. Come on, let's get on board.
And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
2nd down, Jacobs once more.
And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. A couple of nice carries back-to-back here, establishing the ground game a bit.
Yeah, these aren't bare-bones runs now. I mean, they're getting substantial yardage, the kind of yards you're looking for, right? Let's go ahead and use a cliche. Stay ahead of the change, right? 5 or more yards each time. That's what you're looking for in setting a tone and getting your offensive line going.
Good sign on the opening drive. So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. Carl Lawson with a little how do you do as he gets in there for the sack. If you want a lesson on how to defeat an offensive tackle, that was pretty textbook.
Is that a clip and save? That's what's going to go around the league, and people are going to watch that and say, my goodness, that's how you do it? And I feel awful for the offensive tackle, because we always talk about the athleticism of that guy who just beat him. Well, you have to be athletic to try and block that guy. Just in this case, the defense won.
Now this is Le'Veon Bell with a reception. Short completion, just 4 yards, and that'll force upon him a 3rd and 14.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense, because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it can turn into a big gain downfield. And what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
They're bringing a lot of pressure here already in the first quarter. Already sacked him once. Now they get in there and knock another one away. You think maybe that Tucker rule being gone makes defenses a lot bolder?
Yes, indeed. That time, lucky that the arm was going forward. Incomplete pass.
Fourth and goal, and down by a touchdown. The offense stays on the field.
4th down. Here's Joe Burrow. It's complete here to T.Y. Hilton. And he's going to get this inside the 30.
And that's a big pickup of a 1st down. And you know that all week, both sides of the ball, offense and defense, are going through every situation And in this case, the offensive guys had the right play dialed up because defensively, you work on fourth down situations as well.
And deflating for the defense. They can't get the stop here. There are the numbers for McDonald from a week ago. 16 catches, 112 yards.
And I get the feeling that he loves this matchup. I mean, the unit he's going against is in the bottom half of the league against the pass. He had to have circled this one on the schedule and said to himself, this should be a big game.
From the red zone now, here's Burrow, first down.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Deshaun Elliott.
There he goes, right side. 30, the 20. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. And this defense looking like they have come to play the pick six, and just like that, it's 13-0 early on.
Well, go back with me to our training camp visits. What do we hear during these drills? Pass. Ball's in the air.
And then my favorite.
Ski. That's the interception. That means you might find someone to block them legally, stay on your feet, and they get it done. Touchdown.
This is Jakeem Grant. And he's going to get this across the 20 as he's out of bounds at the 23.
Joe Burrow trots out again with the rest of his offense.
His opening drive there last time out looked good for a while. The offense was on the move, but then the pick six.
They were clicking. He was looking good. And, you know, if this was a game played by real human beings, we could get an actual answer. These are virtual guys out there, so we don't know what's going to happen or what actually happened with the miscommunication on that one.
Looking for Cooks, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Von Bell. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
Partner, what we just saw, that's a great example of a team that was really amped up. They've been playing so well, yet they didn't get overexcited and have a bust on defense and gave up a big play. Instead, they created their own big play with a pick six. This one may be over.
Yeah, it's just the first half, but that lead has swelled to the point where you're wondering if it is over already. The return man is Grant.
And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And fresh off the pick six, they've got to forget about that quickly.
In this case now, the guy throwing the ball, he's got to be like what we talk about with defensive backs who get beat for a long touchdown. Short-term memory, right back out there doing the things that he does best, and knowing that taking care of the ball is paramount. Here's his opportunity.
It comes back to those defensive backs for the former DB, right?
I don't know where that comes from. It just kind of emerges out of me for some reason.
It's deep in there, right? A big play there for L.A. 21-0 our score after one. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Burrow. There again is Cooks, complete. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. That catch now puts him on the doorstep of 500. It's his 499th reception.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11.
Here's a handoff to Jacobs. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7.
2nd and 7.
From the shotgun, Joe Burrow. Quick hitter here, it's complete. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down. Here's Burrow. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Von Bell.
And the Seahawks are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway.
They come off a victory over the weekend, but now the quick turnaround here for this Thursday night game. How does that affect how teams like this approach these short turnarounds?
Well, wins and losses always factor into, how you're getting ready for the next game. But equally as important when you have the short turnaround, what is your injury situation? Are you losing key guys? And if so, how well have the backups prepared for this? Because you don't have much time to get them ready. They have to be ready before this week in order to play well in this game.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. A give. This is Chubb. And he's got a good gain of 7 up to the 37. Now after the running play, we've got a man down on the field. A good run got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. Now a pass here caught by Hunter Henry.
That was a route run, not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
Well, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 48 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries.
We both know it's difficult, but they've made it look effortless out there. Through the air, on the ground, they've moved the ball with relative ease.
A run for Nick Chubb. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play.
5 yards remain on 2nd down.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Tannehill. Over the middle, Amari Cooper. It's complete. And this is going to be another 1st down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams 16. From the red zone now, Tannehill.
Well, that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
To throw again on 2nd down. Tannehill. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back. Complete. Touchdown! Nick Chubb with touchdown number 7 on the year.
And the Seahawks are able to widen their lead here in this 1st half.
Parkey with the extra point. And the route is on here in this 1st half. A good drive that time as they go 9 plays in all. And the Seahawks capping it off with a touchdown.
And here's Jakeem Grant from his end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The football going back to the Rams now.
And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because his confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, is the backup going to start to warm up a little bit over on the sideline? And I don't think there's any question that this offense is going to need to hit on a few more plays like this. It's been a difficult 1st half for them, to say the least. And I do believe if they want to get back in this game, they need to start right now. It's kind of like making adjustments. If you try and wait.
Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawk defense. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. Now this one over the middle into the hands of his tight end, complete. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
The Rams on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 11. Now it's Burrow. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45.
With nowhere to throw it, decided to scramble, and a nice job, CD. Got the yardage that he needed.
Yeah, and his teammates are certainly going to appreciate that effort, even if his coaches don't, because they would have wanted him to slide and protect himself. But he chose team gain over personal protection.
That one tipped, and it's incomplete. Good hands there defensively at 2nd down.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Burrow. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down. On 3rd down, Burrow. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by Rashawn Golden. And they will finally get him down as he's on the way to the 36-yard line. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Out of the gun, Tannehill. This complete to Henry over the middle. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Dumps this to his running back, Chubb. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. That catch good for only a couple.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They've become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
The Rams calling on their nickel set here defensively for 3rd down. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. 3rd and 2, Tannehill. And he fends him off. Under pressure, down he goes. Sacked at the 10. Mario Edwards Jr. drops him for a 4-yard loss there, and that brings up 4th down. And Parkey's kick is good. Now they're sitting pretty now as the lead grows even further. So everything else has gone right in this first half. Kind of follows that it would for their kicker, too, as he adds 3 more onto the lead.
Yeah, and the way that this one's gone, definitely not looking like he's going to have to worry too much about pressure kicks late in the game. He can go out there free and easy, just work on his form, and he knocked that one through.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line.
And with only 9 seconds remaining, not much time, we'll see how they play this.
He'll rifle this one deep right side. And my goodness, another interception.
Picked off by Deshaun Elliott.
And a potential turning point as they'll get the football in very good field position late in this first half.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at the 48.
And this won't get there. Won't be online either. It's no good. Off to the right. So we've reached halftime here in what is cool. And just like that, on we head to half number 2. The Rams set to receive the second half kickoff, and they trail here as we resume play. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 20. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line.
And they have a mountainous deficit looming in front of them. It was really, Charles, a disaster of a first half. So where do they go from here?
Well, first thing they have to remember is that what's done is done, and there's no going back. And now you have to play this drive by drive. Obviously, come back in this spot, pretty unlikely. But you still have to go out, take pride in your work, and try and put something together here in the second half. And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath, If they've got good hands, then, of course, they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play, and that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. And Burrow going to throw again. Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call. I think you'd agree that looked like the right call from up here.
No doubt about it. What everyone has to understand is that the officials are going to be right on the play each and every time. You may not like the call, but they're usually spot on.
Burrow's throw taken in here by Fuller.
And quickly they get to the line. On 2nd and very short, Burrow. Got a man complete. It's Fuller again. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. And now here is another interception. Picked up by Kaiser Wright. And the Seahawks are going to have the football here at their own 35-yard line. Good starting field position here for the Seahawks as they come up 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. 6 yards there on the keeper. It's 2nd down.
Now, Brandon, that's the way you want to run the football. There should almost be quote bubbles above the offense right now. Bam, boom, biff. That's how they feel good about moving the football.
It'll hit the slant route. That's caught by Cooper. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material.
Tannehill. He's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. Michael Pierce, in all of his 340-pound glory, gets the sack. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. From the gun, it's a give to Chubb. And nothing doing here as this time the run maybe gets him back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it. And some secondary help here for the defense in the nickel on 3rd and long. From the 50, it's Tannehill. And this is going to be incomplete. Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the 3rd quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly at the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
Now the Rams offense, they work their way back on the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. On 1st and 10, Joe Burrow. Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. You know, they always tell you no matter what, you keep throwing the football with confidence. Well, we're not seeing a confident thrower right now. He's off balance, the passing game's off balance, and the defense is taking advantage.
And he's got his man, the tight end, McDonald. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
This offense converted once on 4th down earlier. Now they're out there again to try once more. They'll try and throw for it with Burrow. That's to his running back, complete. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. Boy, that's some kind of effort. When he caught it, I doubted if he could get there. Knew it was going to be close, but credit him. Really good effort.
How about the rack on that play, the run after catch? But most of the time we think of it as just being an open field and picking up yardage. Sometimes you have to be real physical in order to gain the yardage you need for a first down.
And the Seahawk defense gets to him, and they bring him down. And the offense moving quickly to the line. Throwing on 2nd and long. Burrow. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting it before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
Finding Hilton on his slant. And he gets this to the 48, but no further. Well short of the line to gain. They get 13, but it's not nearly enough. And it'll be 4th down.
I'm not sure he saw the linebacker there as that's batted down and incomplete.
Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Seahawks, they'll get the football back in outstanding field position. On 1st down, they'll run with Chubb. And he'll get it down here to the 43. Up from his linebacker spot, Deion Jones making the play. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. And again, it's Chubb. He gets away from 1. And some nice running going to get him down close to a 1st down at the Rams' 38. 3rd and inches, and they've got some extra beef up front. 3 tight ends. A shotgun snap for Tannehill. And this one caught by Max Williams. And he is going to have a Seahawks 1st down as they're able to move the sticks with a gain of 4 on 3rd and inches. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Now Chubb running right. Gets past 1 man. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25.
74 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night.
Chubb. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
8 yards to go on 2nd down.
The first carry now for the BYU man. It's Jamal Williams. It'll be a gain of 5, but still about 3 yards shy of the 1st down marker, and now it's 3rd down. 1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. On 3rd and short, they'll try option left. And he gets the 1st down yardage before he's brought down just outside the 10 at the 11.
Well, he is certainly dangerous when he spots a lane, and he keeps it himself there. Worked out well.
And how about the moving parts on a play like this? You know you have to practice it over and over because it's almost like a ballet that has to be choreographed. But how about once he made the decision to go, he committed to it and went. Let's face it, most teams are going to defend the running back much more than the quarterback on that type of a play.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. To throw is Tannehill. Caught on the slant. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
They'll look to make it 3 for 3 on 3rd down conversions. They need a yard here. They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage.
Brett, find it when a defense just simply can't get off the field on third down. We all know how important that down is for both sides of the ball. You often feel like you're just a step behind whatever they're doing offensively.
And one of the differences in this game, no doubt, third down conversion, and that is going to be a story they'll talk about after this one. So another third down conversion, and now they've got a 1st and goal. Tannehill. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawk touchdown. 3 touchdown passes now for Ryan Tannehill. And the Seahawks are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this 4th quarter lead. Parkey adds the extra point, and the lead will swell by 1 more. A pretty long drive that time. 11 plays all told. And it all culminates with a Seattle score. Grant sets to return it. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. The Rams offense now, they get set and head back onto the field.
And you hate to see this for them, but they're looking at yet another loss to begin this season. Things really going from bad to worse as they trail here starting this drive 1st and 10 in the 4th quarter. 2nd and 11.
They're passing here, Joe Burrow.
And he's just throwing the ball up for grabs now. Fortunately, that one going to fall incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
Out of the gun, it's Burrow. That escapes the sack. And this one is incomplete.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. Here we go. It's Burrow on 4th down. Here's Fuller with a catch. And they work this well upfield across the 45. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. 1st down. Here's Burrow. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off Byron Jones. The utter domination here just continues. This defense, I don't know what more we can say all around about their performance.
Well, it certainly feels in this game like maybe they're facing a Canadian defense. 12 guys on the field. It feels like there's an extra on every snap because they have really struggled to make headway through the air.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
Here's Chubb on the read option.
And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. 2 yards the gain there, and now they're left with a 3rd and about 4 for a 1st.
Here we go, D, get off the field.
Now it's Tannehill. Six yards in the wrong direction that time. Not only that, but it brings up 4th. So out now is the Seattle field goal team. From the left hash, it's a 36-yard attempt. The kick by Parkey is good. And that will just add 3 more to a lead that's already out of hand. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
Here comes Grant on the return.
And able to get this out to the 25.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line.
It's now appearing that this losing streak is going to continue. You know, the coaching staff was confident that this was going to be the game to stem the tide, but that just has not been the case.
And now they're in the hurry-up. To throw again on second down. Burrow, he gets this to the former Aztec, Kahale Waring. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
To the air again, Burrow. He gets it to Cooks. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 46. Now Burrow. And now here is another interception. Picked off at the 33. And he's just across midfield and down at the 49-yard line. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. They run it again with Chubb. And good penetration here. He'll get this down only to about the 49-yard line. And his defense here going to burn their second timeout. But you can also factor in another timeout that they'll get when the clock stops at the 2-minute warning. Throwing on 3rd down, Tannehill. It's caught on the right side, Williams. And he will be very close to a 1st down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. They've got a 4th down here in a game that looks to have been decided already. He completes it to Henry. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. A big play there on the catch and run.
Well, partner, nothing but praise from me for this offense. They have been tremendous all night long. They knew what they had to do to unlock the defense. And let's face it, this has been a master class in offensive football that we've been here to witness.
And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. Tackle made there by Matt Milano. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. They give to Chubb out of the gun. And he'll take this one inside the 10 down to the 8. Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and about 5. And a timeout coming in. This will be their final one with 10 seconds remaining. Tannehill to a knee, and that ought to be the final act of this ball game. So the victory here for Seattle, and I tell you